Pioneer as I continue to prepare for the Pro Tour in February. Trying out some blue-white control. Last week we tried out blue-white Lotus Field. There's one type of blue-white control deck. This week we're trying out Yorion, Sky Nomad. So we have a lot of cards in this control deck. 80 instead of the usual 60. Still have all the same good tools though. Not really trying out that many cards from the new set at the moment by the looks of things. But we do have Get Lost, which is an incredible card. I've been very impressed by this card in control decks. Often you don't care about giving your opponent the map tokens. It helps you answer Planeswalkers, which is great. So, I've been enjoying this card a lot. I think it's a huge boost for these blue-white control decks. I'm excited to give it another spin. Alright, I would like to go first. We'll reveal the Sky Noodle. And we'll absolutely keep this hand. I think I'm just going to play a farmland on one. We've got more than enough action in hand. We don't really need to preserve these to cycle. 5 pieces of Exodia. I don't know that that would help us very much. Alright, get to hold open Jwari Disruption. Do I think also, hey Arco, do I think Mardu Sacrifice is viable? I mean, clearly Rakdos Sacrifice is a pretty good deck at the moment. One people are quite excited about. So that's always like a good baseline. Oh, maybe I should have kept the Deserted Beach, I don't know. But I don't know that I would really want to be playing white in the deck right now. Even though historically I've quite enjoyed that. I'm just going to play this land. I just want to hit my land drops forever here. Hold open Jwari Disruption for a Narset or something. Like, a big part of the reason to play white in the deck beforehand was for mono green. Because Rite of Oblivion, exiling Cavaliers, exiling Trolls is answers a lot of that deck, the problems you had in that matchup. It was also very nice against decks like the Omnath deck or the Fires of Invention deck. Helps you answer those enchantments. I just don't think those are things you really care about doing very much at the moment. Like, mono green, much less powerful than it used to be, much less of a threat. Less interested in preparing my deck with mono green in mind because of the bans hitting it. And then with Fires of Invention and Omnath, those decks just aren't really seeing much play at the moment because they don't really line up against like the Copter decks. A lot of things they don't seem to line up against well at the moment. So what do I do with this Emperor? I think I attack with a token and then I mine it? Yeah, converting it to Rakdos. No, I think that's the right call. I think there was a time when Mardu was interesting, but I think the white cards just aren't what you want to be doing at the moment. You just want to be very efficient at the moment. Hey Gwen, good to see you. Also, honestly think Mardu became a lot less interesting once people realized they should put Sportsies in their main decks. Because, like, Forza solves some of the problems that the white cards do, you know? Yeah, it hurts in Pioneer, it does. The mana is not amazing in this format. Definitely want the Deluge. Kind of want the Veto. Well, can't afford to miss a land drop, so we're going to play the Disruption. Also, Disruption's days are numbered anyway. A little bit scared of a shark. I think I'm just going to attack with the 3/3. I don't think I care enough about the 2 damage to essentially throw away a token into a shark. Though then I would get to resolve to fairy. Maybe it would have been fine. Maybe I just threw away 2 damage. Interesting. Bans is pretty dope. I did try out ban control at one point for like growth spiral and the I can't remember what the time ebb is called. That like can hit spells that are on the stack as well, but feel very far ahead at the moment. Nice. Guess I just keep minusing my Emperor. No, maybe I'm worried about them just like verdicting then. Yes, it's fine. I'm just gonna flashback a deluge. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna ban Fable anytime soon. That would be a little bit surprising to me. It'd be kind of nice to trade this Make Disappear for the Teferi. I lose a token, but I don't think that matters. I'm gonna do this though. And cast Emperor end step and like force them to have the counter if they don't want to die. Awesome. Go on Veto. Buttes. Seed Sharks. Potentially Caracals. So these 5 are definites, these 3 are optional, I guess. What cards are bad? Farewell. Temporary lockdowns all seem heinous. So then the question is like, we have these Supreme Verdicts that are not terribly impressive. Get Losts are actually good. Change the equation, good. Change the equation and can hit a Get Lost. Can't really hit much else. It seems like pretty unexciting. I guess it could also hit a March to protect a shark. Still not very exciting. I think we are going to be bringing in the cats. I think if my opponent boards out their sweepers, the cats start to look pretty good. We're definitely taking out Settle. I want to do this. It does mean we have some unexciting cards in our deck still, but I think that's fine. Because we have Yorion, and they don't. You haven't seen Yorion Control? I think Control's like well positioned in the format at the moment. I'm not sure though. Need to play it more. I think the one thing I'm really struggling to figure out is whether you want to be doing Lotus Field in your control decks or not, but I think playing Control is just good at the moment. probably. Yeah, marching sharks, that's a good point. Sorry, marching halls. Hall is a hard card to answer. I think we're going to be cycling this farmland. Just hold it for now. Okay, there you go. Oh boy, that's very scary. I feel a little bit dead. Okay, well, that was the disruption we needed. Right. We do have these free Supreme Verdicts. Yeah, Ob can replace Showdown, it's true. Showdown is very impressive against these control decks though, I do agree. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle the Shark. We need to find a verdict. Get to kill the cat token. Caracal. I don't think we'll be able to resolve that, but can we ever withstand the power of kitties? Sure doesn't seem like it. Like kitty with kitty. I guess these decks don't actually run that many counter spells for creatures. Not impossible it resolves, just like pretty unlikely. YouTube. Gonna go ahead and eat this cat token. Hope they don't have an Emperor of their own. Not. I think if they did, they would probably have just eaten this.
Almost 1/5 of the year. So much support. Where my ADC hit the overdrop.
Aww. Bacon. Bacon, bacon, bacon with the 17 months. Thank you so much, Bacon. Almost a 1/5 of a year, exactly. Exactly. Oh, I have options. I don't really want to go for Caracal. It feels very dangerous. Creature the opponent has is Brimaz, King of Oreskos. It's not seen much play in a long time. I guess it didn't even see much play a long time ago. It's weirdly good in Pioneer sometimes though. I'm gonna make a 2/2, and then I'm gonna play a land, and then we're gonna say go. We're just gonna hope we can defend this Emperor. It's kind of annoying. They get to like kill her pretty much guaranteed, but I think that's fine. This resolves. I think that's fine, because then we'd be killing the Brimaz in the process. Which I think is a fine exchange for us.
Wow, that's like half a year.
Health Lawyer, thank you for the 3 months. Almost half it. Yeah, y'all are so ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Health Lawyer. Appreciate you. Alright, they're both going at Emperor. We're just gonna double block. Eat that Brimaz. Emperor dies. life moves on. They do nothing, we get to deluge, otherwise we can still double spell. It's the bit and we're sticking to it, as you should. That is quite hard to beat. Bacon, thank you for the 200 bacon bits. Sorry I don't have alerts on at the moment. I'm not currently at home, so I'm on a different setup to my usual. But I really appreciate the bacon bits. You majored in accounting so I can trust your maths. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, yeah. Am I countering this? Am I countering this? They would get to have a 1-1. Doesn't really matter. Yes. See this. Alright, get out of here, Brimaz. The other option is was to like not casualty that and then just cast my Caracal. Probably have been fine too. March of Otherworldly, like Restless Anchorage. I feel like the March is actually kind of interesting because they have 2 fools. Do I want to keep both of these? Maybe. Kind of want an untapped land next turn so I can go Veto Deluge. That almost makes Anchorage kind of bad. Maybe I just bottom both so I can look for an untapped land so I can go 6 into 7. Okay, this answers a haul anyway, so that worked out perfectly. Oh. Oh my. Good card. Good card. I think I just say go. I almost want to main phase this whilst they don't have veto open, but I also don't really think I care if they counter Wemperor when I have Deluge in hand. This way I might get to eat the cat when it attacks. Be very nice. Yeah, doing it. Doing it. Resolves, beautiful. Got 2-2. Fire off that block. Oh boy, that's pretty good. It's pretty good, I suppose. Am I deluging or am I caracoling? If I deluge, I could grab Yorion. That's pretty nice. Definitely plussing on my samurai and attacking first, I guess. Kind of a free roll. Not that it super matters. Yep, no fear. That makes sense. That might mean they have a veto in hand. This card is very scary. Maybe you need to keep in farewell because of Seed Shark. At least they missed a land drop at some point.
Two years array.
Andorian! Hey, thank you for the 2 whole years. Because that's definitely what 24 months means. Thank you so much, Sandorian, for the 2 whole years of support. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. Very sweet. Hope you're doing well. Seed Shark has to kind of attack Emperor now. You have to be a little bit scared of Seed Shark getting exiled by another Emperor, though. Obviously, we'll be deluging on end step. If we're not given any reason to veto. I don't really care if they counter this. What the fuck is this nonsense? Alright, I think I do this now. I don't really care if they resolve a Narset or whatever. This way they get one less thing if they counter back. My own Seed Shark. Very spicy. Definitely taking my own Seed Shark. Do I want a March of Otherworldly Light or a Restless Anchorage? March would help deal with one of their Seed Sharks, but I think the most important thing right now is just to keep hitting my land drops. Because I think if we end up winning this game, it's going to be through mana advantage rather than board advantage. Wow, I would do anything for a Supreme Verdict right now. I wonder if it's legal for me to just cast this Deluge main phase. Almost certainly not. Interesting thought there. Oh my gosh, I can flicker my Emperor with Yorion. That's cute. And then I get an Omen trigger to dig for Verdict, and I get a 4/5 in play. So that's pretty nice. And I get to exile a Shark. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is such a sick line. Good lord. Yorion is the truth. At least I get to attack for 4 as well. Since they don't have profitable blocks. Yeah, keeping in my Supreme Verdicts was a good call. Absolutely. 100%. Wow, they're blocking with Brimaz. Wild. Of note, actually a pretty important note, they missed a land drop last turn. So we're continuing to like cement our mana advantage here whilst they're fighting over the battlefield. Which I think is gonna work out for us in the long run, but I guess we'll see. Okay, we don't need this land, we're already doing pretty good. We do kind of want this Get Lost, I think. We're definitely exiling a Shark. The question is if we want to Get Lost the other one. If I Get Lost the other one, they can resolve it to Fairy. Not clear to me how much that matters. It's not clear to me that that actually matters. I guess I'm just gonna do it and hope it doesn't matter. Alright, there's the Teferi we were talking about. It's fine. What are they doing? I looked away for a moment. They have the planes on top. Incredible. Way to land. Oh, hey Serena. Yeah, I'm not playing mono green for once. I'm engaging with my other true magic love, Load Fountain. Yeah, they need a removal spell for Yorion for this to do anything. Exactly. That was kind of why I felt good about this. Felt good about this line. Alright, gonna plus on Yorion. Plan is to flashback Deluge this turn. So it is fine for us to... something. Where was this sentence going? Plan is to flashback Deluge this turn. So it's fine for us to just attack and say go. I don't really feel any great pressure to play the Seed Shark. Like, the Seed Shark would be good. But... oh, we lose? Oh no, we don't lose Emperor. This is still a 1-1. Like, this is fine. Yeah, we don't actually lose Emperor. So maybe that attack was sketch. I really want to flashback Deluge. I think that's a lot more impressive than playing a Seed Shark, probably. And they can't kill my Emperor anyway, so... I guess they could map token to kill Emperor, but then I can activate Anchorage to block. So... which would cut me off of Deluge, but would eat their creature for free, which feels like a fine exchange. Find a land. The map tokens have drawn them 2 cards. But, I don't know. This Yorion's been kind of incredible, so I feel like we're doing alright here. Are they actually going to attack? They are going to attack. Oh, they have Field of Ruin for the Anchorage, actually. I guess I just let this happen because I really want to Deluge. Every green deck is green if you ramp hard enough. Yeah, Blue-White Lotus Field is basically a green deck, although we aren't playing that one today. Lay down arms, wow. I don't think I care very much. I think that can just resolve. Could fire off a Field of Ruin here, but I think I would rather have Veto open to protect my Deluge. If it comes to that. Then next time we get to start jamming threats into play. Make disappear, sacking the token. This is fine, right? Okay, so let us deploy 1 Seed of Shark. And plus on it. And I think I am just saying go. We might crack this Omen soon, get those scries in, maybe once we've done some Field of Ruining. That might work out pretty good. It's crazy, we've ground through like 2 Seed Sharks and 3 copies of Brimaz, and the game just like never felt close. Actually crazy. That was very impressive, honestly. Yorion felt very good in the mirror match. One moment. I'm going to run a quick ad break to help get rid of pre-rolls, as per usual. Then we'll hop into the next match. Alright, let's hop into the second match. Yeah, we won the cat mirror without casting our cat. I think our cat would have been very good, we just never needed it. So... Oh, the Cavern of Souls. Oh, I can't remember it. It's cool that they reprinted it, though. Yeah, Get Lost was notably worse than Fateful Absence. I guess that's true, right? That is true. In general, I found Get Lost as just a better card, but I guess in the mirror match, sometimes it's worse. Aw, Johnny Connor, thank you so much for that Prime sub, that Prime Gaming sub, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying my content, and very much appreciate the support. Okay, this sounds great. Yeah, the creature lands from the set are so sweet. There are a few really nice designs in there. I've been enjoying the anchorage in these decks. Opponent is mulliganing, they have a Gigantha, so that means... Honestly, Gigantha can mean lots of things nowadays. I tend to assume it means a Rakdos sack, but... Nicole, hey! Hope you're doing well. Oh, Blooming Marsh. Does that mean it's the Amalia deck? How's the Gruul Vehicles matchup feel? I have never played that matchup. Maybe I will soon. Although not many people are playing Gruul Vehicles nowadays. Historically, I was under the impression that Gruul was meant to be slightly favoured, just because Eska's Chariot is like a nightmare to deal with, but... Rona, oh, what's this nonsense? You could free roll testing on my stream. Oh, Green Red's one of Blue White's best matchups. That makes sense. I guess they don't have that many cards that matter, and they're a little bit weak to sweepers, right? I guess I'm just gonna counter this. Maybe this is aggressive. Still kind of learning the deck, though. Oh, nice job, Nicole. I hope you get that sorted soon. Do I want to grab my Sky Noodle this turn? I guess if I do, they can resolve a Tyvar, which sounds horrendous for me. I'm just gonna wait. I want to be able to Omen to find lands.
I don't have any funny jokes about 43.
Yeah, look at the metadata. I should do that at some point. Refresh it in my mind slightly. Another Rona, that's fine. I could get lost this. I think I would rather just Omen of the Sea. Fairy obviously has to go to the bottom. I just really need to find land drops, but also Memory Deluge is fantastic. Yeah, Copter probably helps a bit. It makes you slightly less weak to Verdict. Although Copter runs headfirst into Lockdown. So there's kind of a trade-off there. I really don't know if I meant to keep this. I feel like it's so important for my long game, but also, like, I just need land drops desperately. I just want to hold open Dovin's veto forever. So they can have a loot. They really want one. Oath of Nissa. That is fine. Yeah, I feel like the important thing here is just making sure they never resolve a Planeswalker. Or that if they do, we can attack it down with Wemperor nice and cleanly. Getting some nice value off this Rona. I don't know who you're referring to, Dingo, but potentially. Traverse. They're aggressive for me to counter this. Oh no, they have a Darkslick Shores in hand. I don't care about this. Oh, the vehicles deck's been beating Sacrifice. I've historically always really liked playing against vehicles when I'm on Sacrifice. Although it's definitely a matchup you can lose. Generally, I feel like I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, yeah, I don't know, Dingo. I don't keep up with the Twitter sphere. I'm very detached from all of that. I have not opened Twitter in a few months. I don't know whose lists I use. I'm so better off for that, really am, yeah. I haven't missed it one bit. I was really scared, like, you can do the whole, like, oh, I'm gonna miss out thing, but I just don't care. Better off without. That makes sense, Connor. They open up the combo that saw the Luda Scooter banned in the first place. Oh, was the... Oh, this is great for me, right? I just, get lost the Rona. Turn 2 Seeker into turn 3 Chariot. Yeah, when I play the deck, that's basically the draw I'm scared of. Sometimes Skyboat can get you, but... in general, I'm pretty happy with the matchup, I think. You did 3 weeks no Twitter and got super depressed. I think it's just about, like, finding things to replace that with, right? Like, obviously, if you don't go on Twitter, but then also aren't talking to people other places, you know, gonna feel a little bit out of touch or lonely or whatever. But I feel like it's just a case of making sure that that time you'd be spending there, you do spending time with people and like enjoying their company. It's so much better. Oh, Sahili combo, yeah. Let me go to Seigo. I could grab this Yorion. Maybe that would be good. To flicker Omen of the Sea later. I'm a little bit worried about them cracking these maps too, but I have March for that. Inner circles, but not the larger outer sphere. I think for me it was partly realizing that, like, I don't know, there are people I care about staying in touch with and keeping up to date with, and there are people who, like, if my paths cross, with them, I'm sure I will enjoy their company, but don't need to keep on top of their every move. If I don't learn via Twitter about some, like, happening in their life, I'm sure I'll learn about it at some point if it matters. Gonna grab Yorion that. I think I'd rather just get Wemperor going. That seems like some nice pressure. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I also was one to doom scroll, and I'm very happy I do not doom scroll anymore. I think I have to counter this, right? Because they can go get Fort Distortion, I assume. I don't actually know the specifics of their deck list, but I assume they have Fort Distortion. That's an interesting way of looking at it, Connor. I hadn't thought about it that way. Ooh, make disappear. Alright, I'm gonna grab Yorion this turn, I guess. I'm, like, pretty scared of something going wrong here, but feels like I just have to grab this at some point. Fort Seas resolves. They probably take... Oh, they take Yorion or Make Disappear. I don't know which. I'm, like, honestly pretty scared of them taking Make Disappear and resolving a Tyvar, potentially. That seems like it would be very bad for me. I do have this March open though, and I'm far enough ahead in cards that I don't mind pitching something to it. Yeah, they did take the Make Disappear. That sucks. Yeah, that's very true. You definitely get a lot more undesirable interactions because of that. I don't know, it kind of goes two ways, weirdly. I do think it's, like, generally a net negative. But there are definitely times when I feel like people are more respectful to me because of it as well. Like, especially on Magic Online. Weirdly, I found that on Magic Online, like, once my name was known, I just wouldn't get aggro in chat anymore. I think because people were worried about me putting them on blast or whatever. I think I have to march this. Probably. I'm worried they have a Fatal Push open. I think I have to march this. And then you'll still be aggro. Yeah, but that's just funny. It was very different. Discards a swamp. Oh, Narset. I do love Narset. Can I afford to let them have Tyvar for one turn? I think I can. Then I get to resolve my Sky Noodle. Flicker this Omen. I could die. I could definitely die, but they only have one card in hand. And I think if I survive this one turn, I'm in such a phenomenally better position. Also, if they have Fatal Push, attacking is just so heinous as well. So I could just lose the game if I do that. Do I know what I'm playing for Atlanta yet? Hopefully nothing. I'm not planning on going to Atlanta. I'm already qualified for the Pro Tour, and also Atlanta is very far away. If I had to choose a deck right this second, I guess Rakdos Sacrifice or Convoke. But luckily I do not have to do that, so... Somehow never made that connection. Haha. That's amusing. Right, let's attack Tyvar. We do have a lot of cards in hand over there. All of a sudden. Oh, because they grabbed the elk. Other than to see humans, yeah. If I was to have gone, it would be explicitly just to see people that I care about. Which, you know, is a pretty good reason to go, but... Supreme Verdict. That is not very impressive, but I guess we will take it. Yeah, I get to do that in Chicago, exactly. I'm, like, actually really excited for Chicago. There are, like, a few different people going there that I wasn't expecting to be going there, that I'm excited to see. Also, I get to hang out with Arya a bunch again, which is always great. Definitely one of my highlights of Vegas was just how much time I got to spend with Arya. Enjoy her company immensely. I mean, these seem perfect.
Drop the hug.
Malamet with the 61 months. Thank you so much, Malamet. Very sweet of you. Appreciate it. Hell yeah. I'm gonna plus... Oh, I wonder if I want to minus. I didn't even consider that. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. I really wanted to have changed the equation open. Could just throw away my Sky Noodle though. I could plus, draw change the equation, chump with the Sky Noodle. That's like pretty reasonable, I think. I don't think I really need to be attacking them. I think that they're just kind of dead if we survive the next few turns. Attacking is optional. Have even more numbers. Yeah, I think it feels like Sanctum's been like kind of popping off. There's so many people on that server now. They're always doing like such good work. The meeting last night. Obviously, I wasn't in it because I'm not preparing for Atlanta. But I like took a peek at how many people were in that meeting. It was crazy. Actually crazy. Yeah, 20 some people. Come a long way. Okay, they are cracking the maps. Oh, activate Narset to try and draw a land of Tef. Yeah, I did consider that. I guess I wanted a shot at finding 2 counterspells, which is kind of how things did work out in the end. Like, second counterspell just makes me feel really safe here. Oh, now I get to Verdict. Oh my god. Yeah, they can't win anymore. There's nothing they can do. Blue white control decks feeling pretty nice. We have 2 counters open. We have a Fairy established. We have a Memory Deluge if they don't do anything we care about. I guess I could have Farewelled instead, but... I think I don't mind them Thought Seizing me. I guess I could change the equation up. And that's like fine. The thing is, if they Thought Seize me and they don't do anything I care about, I get to Deluge. If they play a Planeswalker, I can Emperor to pressure play. I just don't care about the Swartzies. Hey, Callie! Yeah, I think this is fine. Vidimi does wonder if I was meant to farewell that turn. And just assume I would be casting a counterspell. Have conceded. Okay. Sultai Rona pile, I guess? Oh boy, how do I board against this? Settle the Wreckage seems heinous. Immediate response. Cards I could be conceivably interested in. I think Aethergust is a bit too narrow. I don't know if Rest in Peace does enough against their deck. I assume it's kind of bad. I think like these. I don't think we need Archon against them. Ooh, go have a nice food. Thanks for dropping by, Bacon. I guess we could conceivably bring in Seed Sharks, because they pressure Planeswalkers quite well, as well. Alright, I'm definitely having the veto in my deck. I don't know what other changes to make. Hey, Rosa. How is temporary lockdown? We didn't actually see any elves, but I feel like they must have some. I feel like Farewell is nice against Tyvar, but is a lot of mana against their deck. So I'm kind of inclined to trim it. I think I would like Seed Sharks, just because they have all these Planeswalkers. Seems very nice against those. Yeah, I'm wondering about these lockdowns. They seem fine. I think I might trim one. Then the only other question is, can I get Mystical Disputes into the deck? Because they're going to have their own Mystical Disputes to fight over. Yeah, you would think so. We didn't see that many. You would think so. That's why I don't want to check out all of them. For sure. I think I'm just going to do this for now. I'm going to see more of their deck before I make any more dramatic changes. Still don't know, like, all the specifics of what they're doing. Alright, this hand is fine, I guess. Unfortunate to be on the draw, of course. Oh no, they have an elf. Okay, over Vanessa. Sure. I guess I have to play Glacial Fortress on one with this hand, which is weird. Weird, but fine. Yeah, something I really want to try out at some point is Yorion build with 8 Field of Ruins and play some of those Ancient Tombs that we were talking about earlier. I love that card. I'm like very interested in playing with that card some more. Just run people out of basic clans in the long game, make sure Make Disappear's still alive. Also, the Ancient Tombs seem like really good with the castles, really good with the creature lands. Fort sees me. Very rude. Could certainly die here if they take March and they have the combo. Well. This sucks. Like, I could be more aggressive there, but I don't know. Feel like I'm maybe not meant to be two-falling myself on the Rona and then not having interaction is a rough place to be, right? Jace. Oh my god, there's a throwback. Yeah. Pretty good. Feel like I'm in a lot of trouble this game. I wonder if Wandering Emperor is not very impressive against them. Kinda hard to hit a Rona with a Wandering Emperor sometimes. Lissa Sunslayer. Okay. I mean, she is very good against Lissa, mind. Oh. That's interesting. I don't know if that's good, but I guess I'm gonna play it. I feel like I'm very unlikely to win this game. But I'm certainly gonna learn a lot. I discard the Glisser. Surprising. The hand must be loaded. They get to flip their Jace and start plussing on the Siege Shark, I guess. I really want to draw an untapped land next turn. That feels like it would help a lot. Or a temporary lockdown, either or. Not fussy. Does Jace make Rest in Peace more interesting? Like, stopping Jace from flipping is pretty nice. I assume part of the reason they have Glisser in their board must be to kill Rest in Peace, right? Maybe their deck's just not very good if it's not comboing. Could just, like, remove Dig Through Time, Train Mon Emperors, bring in Rest in Pieces for game 3. A lot of viewers today. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I'm glad y'all are enjoying the Pioneer content. Wow, they minus for Thoughtseize. That means I could potentially kill this Jace next turn. That's nice. They grab with Granted. Please not Thought Distortion. Retraction Helix. That's also bad. Oh, just here for you. That's really sweet. Thank you. Am I dead? I feel dead. I guess I would like them to show me as much of their deck as possible before I die. So I'm gonna force them to do it for a little bit. Just because I want to know what their post-sideboard configuration looks like. Just big chillin'. Hell yeah. Oh, I guess they don't even have to draw their whole deck, right? They just make infinite mana. Cast Fae of Wishes, discard 2 cards to pick it up, cast Granted, and grab some, like, unbeatable sideboard card. And then they wouldn't even have to show me. I wonder what the unbeatable cyborg card would be. Usually reservoir. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Cool. I'm not gonna make them do it then. They can do it without giving me any info if they're smart. Okay, that was a beating. Do I have a Pioneer event coming up? Yeah, it's a little while in the future, but end of February, the Pro Tour is Pioneer. I don't really have anything else to prepare for at the moment, so I'm just kind of getting a head start on learning the format before then. I guess their combo doesn't actually use the graveyard, so Rest in Peace doesn't actually sound terribly exciting to me. Temporary Lockdown does sound bananas, though. Wandering Emperor is a lot of mana to exile a Rona. I wonder if Mystical Disputes are good. They honestly seem interesting to me. I think they are good. I think these Seed Sharks might actually not be it. And the fact we've shown Seed Shark means they might even bring in answers for Seed Shark anyway. So I think I like this. Yeah, Mystical Dispute, all their 2-drops are blue. Seems like a very nice exchange for us if we get to fire a Dispute off on a 2-drop. Also, they didn't show us any counter magic, but I assume they have a little bit. This hand is almost good. I guess I'm keeping this. Getting rid of something. Maybe the Verdict. Verdict's a lot of mana and it is redundant with Lockdown. Oh, possible I meant to lead on Farmland because of Glacial Fortress, but I don't think so. I think I would want to go tap land next turn anyway, because the veto targets aren't until turn 3 typically. And we already have a free drop that we want to be able to play. 2 free drops even. Alright. This game is going to be very hard, I feel. Dark Slitch Wars, sure. Do I have to just march this? I think I do. Even though really sucks. Okay, that's a very good draw. I'm just gonna play Narset, I think. I could hold open veto, but I'm like pretty far behind on cards here. And Narset does have meaningful text in the matchup as well. Memory Deluge or Wemperor. Unsure. Alright, don't Tyvar me. Or Glisser me. Glisser would be good as well. Quartzies. Sure. Take the Deluge. Really strange forest, I know, right? What happened? How'd they get in my deck? Alright, well then also was a 2 for 1. Certainly helps. We're still a little bit behind here, but does help. Rip Khan. I will miss Khan forever. It's a sad day without Khan in our lives. Omen of the Sea. Oh, that's very nice. Actually, that makes this Yorion a lot better. Alright, please don't have a discard spell, I guess. Or anything. Or anything. Like, there's not a lot I feel like I can reasonably beat at the moment, but, you know, okay, granted, sure. That's an interesting one. Combo piece or Thought Distortion? Thought Distortion nabs the deluge from the yard, which is very irritating. Tamio, what the fuck? Excuse me? You get a token Rona. Sure. Very interesting. I just want to say go. It's really suspicious though. Like, really suspicious? Wait, what does Tamio even get? Just like a Fae of Wishes? Do I care? This is such a strange card. I guess Tamio stops my Yorion from attacking. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna say go. If they're not super careful, we get to disrupt the Tamio. Otherwise, we can make a Shark and start pressuring her. Also, the Tamio is not super threatening, even outside of that. Yeah, just fully miss a turn opponent. Yeah, that was nice. It was very nice that they just granted that turn. The fact that they granted for Tamio too, which is just like not a very scary card to me, kind of implies their hand is not all that. Not the most impressive hand of cards over there. Wow. Sure, I mean, I guess that blocks my Typhoon token, but it's fine. Don't really care that much. Still just gonna go ahead and make this. Draw a card. I want to hit my land drops for Deluge, so I'm like pretty incentivized to cycle, even if it doesn't get to attack through Fae of Wishes very well. Nice that they don't have another blue source here to return the Fae to their hand. Right. Farmland, sure. Another Omen. I mean, that means I don't want to cast my Yorion yet, right? So I guess I'm just gonna play this and say go. Feel pretty alright about that. I could attack and bluff Whimperer, I guess. But I think they just call that bluff 100% of the time. Doesn't really seem worth it. Another fail wishes. I'm gonna actually Omen of the Sea before countering this to see if I care about it. I guess. Dobin's Veto, Omen of the Sea. Oh my fucking god, that's so good. That's absurd, actually. Alright, we're just gonna counter this. The fact that I found a Dobin's Veto just means I feel really safe just spewing a counterspell on whatever. Should probably just main phase this Omen. Should definitely left castle open, but whatever. Deserted Beach sounds good. Do I want to just cast Yorion? I feel like they can't really punish me that much for it. Right? And I'm really scared of them drawing a Fort Seize. Like, obviously the absolute worst punish would be Tyvar. I feel like if they had Tyvar, they've had a bunch of opportunities to cast that card and they haven't. I think I just want to lock up my, like, draw a million cards here. Dovin's Veto, is that even good? It's like pretty good, probably, yeah. Omen, March. Yeah, I would like both of these, but we're gonna hide the March on top of the deck, so they can't Fort Seize it. March seems like one of the best possible cards we could find. I guess Get Lost would be the literal, like, most exciting thing. But March does a lot of the similar stuff. Alright, they get their Tamiyo. Doesn't really matter. They get to start tapping down my stuff, I guess. But then I can March the Fae and attack the Tamiyo. So, feeling pretty good. I think I should just do that. We've got 2 vetoes open, so it's like pretty hard for them to combo us. And pressuring this Tamiyo just seems very nice. Traction Helix. I'm gonna veto this. Then we still have veto open for the combo. God, Yorion was so unbelievable this game. Actually incredible. We were down so many cards from the early game. But just having access to this card has completely swung things in our favor. Obviously, it seems like my opponent hasn't drawn incredibly this game as well. Or at least they haven't been doing very much. But Tyvar, I think I need to counter that. Definitely sad to use up one of my last remaining counter spells though, but card's pretty unbeatable. Potentially. Yeah, who could believe Companion is powerful? Who could believe? I don't want to tuck this Mox Amber with Teferi. Is that ridiculous? Oh, what? Drop Decay, fuck's sake. Ugh. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, just tucking the amber, they need... It just means they need so many pieces to actually kill me here then, right? What sees me? I could just omen it into a land. I guess I might as well. Yeah, tucking a combo piece, generally safe. I don't know if I'm meant to keep this Teferi, but yes, I'm going to. Worst case scenario, we just cash it in for a tuck. Send with the Restless Anchorage. If I send the Anchorage, I can't cast a Fairy. And they grab their elk. Okay. Just go ahead and swing with the Anchorage. No, it doesn't have Vigilance. It explores on it. Well, it makes a map token on attack. Right, I don't want to crack this map token because then I get to have Memory Deluge open. Seems great. Okay. You're silly. It's okay. There's a lot of things going on in this game. It's easy to miss something. Been a very long and very involved game. Elk time. That doesn't stop a flyer though. Not all blue-white creature lands are the same exactly. Memory del oh, do I just take change the equation? Change the equation seems kind of great. I don't feel like I need a deluge with like Teferis going, but I guess it's fine. The worst that could happen. Okay, Mystical Dispute's actually kind of an incredible draw. So, weirdly convenient thing. I don't actually really care if this Teferi dies, because I have a backup in hand. Which is very nice. So, I think I'm still gonna kill the Gigantfer anyway, I guess. Feels kind of free too, I think. Maybe... I just don't care about this Teferi. We're just doing fine, you know? We're doing fine. I'd rather just have more mana open. What sees me? Sure. I mean, this means that they get to take my counterspell, but I can just cycle to block the Gigantfer. I want to. They take my get lost. Okay. What? What's happening here? Attraction helix on Gigantha. Sure. Bounce Oath of Nissa? What happens to the people living in the anchorage when it transforms? An excellent question. Really makes you think. Oh, what the? Wait. Excuse me? They're bouncing Yorion. Hmm. Are they just trying to, like, time me out or something? I don't know. I have 3 minutes left. Like, that's never gonna happen. Creature lands don't make sense. Some of them make sense. Some of them make sense, kinda, if you squint a bit. A bold play. Indeed. One, two, three, four. Indeed, Maximals. Look, I know what I like. I know what I like, and it's taking all the turn and all the time in the fucking world. Get lost. No, I would love to draw a get lost. Thank you. Thank you, deck. It's true. If Discworld says it's possible, then who are we to debate? Clock prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, add 1 minute to your chess clock. Incredible. Alright, 2-0. Do I think I'll play an arena? Probably not. I went for a... I'm gonna run a quick ad break, by the way. Sorry, y'all. In between rounds, etc., etc. The usual. I went through a... Actually, I'm gonna go get some water a minute before we hop into the next round too. I'll be right back. Seeing all 4 omens return was quite the jump scare, indeed, indeed. Where did they come from? Do I think I'll play on Arena once they release Pioneer Masters? Almost certainly not. I briefly got back into Arena earlier this year after I came 3rd place at the Pro Tour. Because I was like, I want to qualify for all the things. And then within about a month I remembered that Arena is very unhealthy for me, and I got out. That sounds pretty good. What's unhealthy about Arena? Just like... Do I just exile this? Feels like it's gonna save me a lot of damage if I do. Also feels like that card's gonna be a little... Yes, it should. Just like fundamentally the way Arena is designed is to like create addiction loops, right? That's how a lot of like those kind of Gatchery style games are designed nowadays. Honestly. Where like tries to make you always just say one more game because the whole thing's so frictionless and constantly funneling you towards playing more. And then it has the like whole like daily, weekly, monthly stuff that encourages you to just like, if you take a break you're gonna miss out, right? It's really bad for me. I think it's like broadly bad for a lot of people, but I find it really like explicitly bad for me. So I just don't touch it. Pay once and have a game. Yeah, that's the way games should be. Absolutely. Don't know if it's okay to just fire off a Get Lost here. I'm a little bit spooked about the potential of an Adeline, I guess. I think I'm just gonna Omen. I'm just gonna look for like a temporary lockdown, I guess. And that's fine. Interesting. Yeah, Arena is the kind of game you end up playing because you don't have anything else to do, even if you're not actually enjoying it. Yup. Exactly. That's definitely a part of the problem with it. You might miss out on 500 gold if you don't log into Arena today. Oh no, yeah. Oh, I feel so dead. I probably would have mulliganed this hand if I knew they were on mono white. Probably. How do I not die? Excellent question. I think I basically have to draw a sweeper next turn, and that's like pretty non-optional. So I guess we're gonna like kill the Mutavault and cast a thing, and set up for like potentially drawing Verdict. Cool. Bonk. Have to do this now because of the Copper Coat Vanguard. Luckily they activated at beginning of combat rather than first main phase, which means they might not have any outlet to use this mana. Eventually. Need a white source for Verdict. Just time, a lot of time, yeah. Alright, I think I am just gonna get lost this Vanguard. They're gonna crack the bodyguard to protect it. And that way we only take 6 this turn. We hope to draw a sweeper, please. Back. Begging you. Oh, they're just activating the maps. They don't actually have lethal next turn currently. They're awfully close, but okay. So I could hold open Jawari Disruption, or I could grab the Yorion. Grabbing Yorion is definitely better long term, but then I can die to more things. I'm dead to Thalia's Lieutenant regardless. I'm dead to Coppercoat Vanguard regardless. I can interact with Adeline though this way. I think I'm just gonna stay here. Oh, did they explore Adeline to the top? Yeah, they did. They also had a land though, so that sucks. Yeah, this is lethal, right? Oh, we just needed one of these counterspells to be anything with text. Joven's Veto is so embarrassing. Alright. Game 2. Luckily, we have some sideboard cards. Yeah, absolutely, VV. I'm definitely familiar with that. It's easy to do. Kitten time. I don't know what I'm meant to board out. Narset seems pretty heinous. Change the equation actually seems fine as far as counterspells go. Obviously, counterspells are not terribly impressive in general, but doesn't seem horrendous. It certainly seems like a card I could take out. I think I do want these farewells, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, for sure, VV, for sure. Wonder if dig through time can be removed, if that's just like one too many of these sorts of things. This Shark Typhoon also sounds kind of slow. Is Archon of a Mirror or anything? I assume not. Seems pretty bad. That's probably exclusively a Lotus combo card, pretty much. I'm gonna keep this, but it's not like the best hand I've ever seen, but seems like it should be fine. I'm not maximizing hat value, indeed, indeed. I mean, Yorion makes 2 cats when you flick a Caracal, whereas Kahira is only 1 cat. So, when you really think about it... I will counter that, please. Thank you. Good point. I'm glad someone thought so. Okay, this game feels pretty unlosable. APMG. That seems to happen a lot. We're always very in sync with the commentary. Wow, Kahira is such a beating. I can't beat blue-white control. This is also a beating. Maybe they're doing... I think they might be doing this to resolve a wedding announcement, which, like... It's fine. I don't care. Oh, what? Sure. I'll take my 10 million for one and time warp Q. Why not? It's acceptable to me. Accept these terms. The good news is the good games against my opponent's deck do feel pretty fucking unlosable. Even if the previous game was a bit rough. Yeah, Get Lost specifically seems bad against Sack, I do agree. I think the card's quite good there. I think it's very good in control decks. I think it's like... I'm unsure how I feel about it in other decks, but in control decks, I've been quite impressed, personally. Do you think it's an improvement over Fateful Absence in those styles of deck? Omen of the Sea, Field of Ruin, I guess. They have 2 Castle Ardenvale. Seems relevant. Alright, I should probably farewell. Exile all enchantments and all creatures. Very good. Wow, that's a late first. I mean, just got to say go. I don't really mind them making some tokens here, like... Feels like they are not particularly scary. Get Lost is a nice removal spell from the opponent because it kills temporary lockdown. I hadn't considered that. That seems like a very sick interaction. Because temporary lockdown is one of the single best cards against their deck, generally. Hey, Sophia. Field of Ruin can kill both these castles. It's kind of hard to say no to a Wandering Emperor. Faithful in the absence. Incredible. Yeah, Lockdown was maybe your most hated card. Yeah, I'm having a good time here. Thank you, Sophia. Can confirm. Also, hi, Sophia. I don't know if I said hi a moment ago. That's been very busy today. It's good. I enjoy it. Alright, both the castles killed. Start eating 1/1s with the Emperor, potentially. That's a Falia. I'm just gonna play this out. I don't really care if they kill this Wandering Emperor. If it gets them to commit more to the board into my lockdown, that seems like very acceptable to me. Or if they use a removal spell to kill her, that's also acceptable. I see. Brave the Elephants. Didn't know people were still playing that card. Alright, Sea Chalk. Oh, this doesn't actually work. This is very silly. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I guess I could also have cashed in the maps as well. It just doesn't matter. No, it's fine, y'all. It's fine. We'll make it through this very trying time. I mean, it seemed to work pretty well that game. Change the equation does get worse with us on the draw. When any sequencing is the winning sequence, yeah. Ideal. I think I'm just going to run it back and accept that we have a few slightly weaker cards on the draw. We're going to need to get a bit lucky on the draw, but that's fine. Hey, Kaiba. Only 2-0 blue-white control, playing for the 3-0 here. That has felt quite impressive. Guess we keep this. Slightly awkward hand. Feel like a lot of our hands are going to be awkward in this matchup, and we just have to hope it comes together. That's fine. I might be pitching this to Fairy to this March, potentially. Dang. Oh. Now that's a pretty good card. That's a pretty good card right there. Pretty hard one to play around. Yeah, there's no Lotus Field in this list. I'm just trying out different blue-white lists. I'm not really sure what the best approach for blue-white is. I'm just kind of enjoying trying out all the different variants and seeing which one speaks to me. Yeah, mono-white was one of the worst matchups, although, as I understand it, mono-white is not seeing much play nowadays. Seems good for blue-white. Okay, they didn't have a Brave the Elephants, so we're now up on mana against them, which is nice. Still under a lot of pressure though, but fine. So the good thing is, Vessel the Wreckage and Wandering Emperor have to be played around in incredibly different ways. So my opponent's just not going to be able to play around it very much next time, provided they don't have a Thalia this turn. I guess they could also have Thalia next turn. Basically, just if they don't have Thalia, I'm feeling pretty good. And if they do, we lose horrendously. They're going to have a lot of mana, I guess, but... Yeah, this is preparing for Chicago. Magic Con Chicago. I don't know what things are happening there other than the Pro Tour, but imagine there must be some good stuff, right? Oh, I think I like this March. It's kind of hard to take a card that isn't a land, but I think it's fine. Oh. So the problem is, if I go for a temporary lockdown, they might have a get lost and then I lose the game. So I think I'm just gonna say go. Oh, that's cool, Kaiba. Hell yeah. If you're feeling it and you think you'll have a good time, I mean, it would be nice to see you. I'm sure we can, like, probably get dinner at some point or whatever. The great state of Chicago, yeah. Do you think they are ready for this card? I get the impression they are not. How does a get lost kill you? You kill the temporary lockdown with the trigger on the stack, right? And then they get to keep all their creatures. New stream room. No, I'm at my partner's place. I stream from their place like probably once every 2 or 3 weeks. So much text, I know. Get Lost is amazing. The fact it kills enchantments is really nice. Get mass pathed, yeah. That was disgusting. Holding Thalia plus Get Lost to play around all my cards, yeah. It's like a shiny stream room. Yeah, once I have moved next year, I really want to make my streaming environment like look nice. The problem is, where I currently live, I'm streaming in a loft room. And it's basically impossible to like get good lighting in a loft room no matter how you do things. Like, just impossible. So at the moment my normal stream setup back home is very, very grim and dark. But once I move next year I want to get things looking real nice. Add frogs to stream. Every stream is improved with frogs. Cat time. Cat time seems pretty good. I wouldn't mind gaining some life. Seems like it's going to be hard for them to punch through this card. Wow. Rude. Also fine. I think a new set drops before Chicago. I'm pretty certain it does. I'm just gonna gain myself free life here. I don't know. Ooh, that means we can Tef and Wemperor. Guess I could also map tokens onto the cat, which would be very funny. Oh, maybe I do that. Nah. This is good. This is good. Don't really mind them attacking Tef, so we're just gonna swing. Yeah, I'm curious how long. Oh my god. What is this? Okay. I'm curious how long the gap is between Karlov Manor and the PT as well. I don't like the quick turnaround Pro Tours, but where it's Pioneer, that shouldn't be too much an issue. Brennan is putting up a fight. I'll give them that much. I mean, we can. They're gonna get to flip Kithian, right? That doesn't matter very much, though. This is fine. Feb 9th, so 2 weeks. Okay, that's intense, but manageable. Oh, they don't get to flip it this turn. Oh, because the creature comes in attacking and doesn't get to attack, right? Of course, they are ignoring Teferi, which is interesting. I guess it makes sense. We have like so much stuff going on. They just want to get me dead instead. They're also probably giving up hope a little bit. Alright, get rid of this. these. Grab the noodle. Control is about destroying every last ounce of hope in your opponent. Exactly. You're not enjoying winning the, like, physical process of winning the game, then what are you doing playing Control, you know? Regal Caracal. Hell yeah. Despair is the ultimate win con. Oh. Alright, we lost game 1, but suddenly scrapped it back there. Shay Alabaster, cheesed to meet you. I have never seen you here before. Welcome to the stream. Long time listener, first time caller. I'm gonna run a quick ad break in between rounds here. We're currently 3-0 with Yorion. 3-0 with the Sky Noodle. Thank you everyone for watching. Alright, let's see if we can get through a whole league today. Hero clears Yorion. I've been pretty impressed with Yorion so far. Yeah, mod status handed out based on trust in first time chatters. Exactly. I've been very impressed with Yorion. Being able to bounce lockdown, yeah. Reset lockdown, flicker omen. Flickering Wandering Emperor is actually really good sometimes. Resetting loyalty onto Fairy can matter. Flickering Caracal in sideboard games, not the most important, but I'm sure it comes up. There's a lot of nice things for Yorion to do in this deck. Seems acceptable. Obosh. Oh my fucking god. I don't know if Obosh means any mulligan towards Verdict, but... Way to remind or allow automatic Twitch Prime resubs. I should really just, once per stream, be like, also, give me those Twitch Prime subs. Alright, I think this Rari Disruption is actually going to be pretty good. It hits free drops, so we just gonna hold it. Yeah, you don't find it annoying to be reminded? Yeah, I think some people appreciate it too. I should start doing that. On that note, did you know, everyone, that with your Amazon Prime subscription, you get a free Twitch Gaming Prime sub? I would appreciate it, you know. I'm gonna simply what? It's going really good, actually. It's going really good. We are 3-0. We've defeated Mono White Aggro, which is meant to be a really tough matchup. We won the mirror against a non-Yorion version, where Yorion was incredible. Yorion felt like it was a really big advantage in the mirror match, but also I think we drew a bit better as well. And we beat some, like, Sultai Rona combo deck. Liking it more than Lotus. So far I am, yeah. So far I am. Lotus is interesting. I want to play with it more and try out different builds, but so far I would say this is more my speed. What's Twitch? Sorry, I'm new here. Oh my god, Shay. I swear. Um. Uh. It's really hard to imagine Disruption's gonna hit anything this turn. I could just grab the noodle. Or I could make it 1-1, that's good too. Yeah, lay down arms was not good. That makes sense. It's kind of hard to enable too. Nazzle Leptra, cheesed to meet you. Welcome to the stream. This feels like one of the tougher decisions we've had today. Yeah, the deck restraints are the problem. No, exactly. It's an incredible card when you can cast it reliably. It's very hard to lose this game is the problem, which is making figuring out this decision really hard, because it's like, well, I guess I'm going to say go. I guess Yorioning this game is probably going to be overkill and unneeded, and I would rather have the most versatile collection of things I can do in my opponent's turn open this turn. Very good against red-black. Yeah, so good against shouldered. Alright. Just make a 1-1, I guess. Feel pretty alright about it. Cool. Well, now I'm happy I didn't play that farmland. You need to outsource testing. When in doubt, just don't attack, I guess. My opponent's life total doesn't exist. Sure. I guess I just let this happen. If they cast no Bosch, I'm happy to disrupt it and cycle. Otherwise, I can Wemperor and end step and feel pretty good about that. Sure. There you go. I don't want to have Wemperor open and say they somehow like try and combo kill me. It just feels very hard to lose as long as I play incredibly cautiously here. I really feel like I need to grab the noodle. Just feel like I need to be the most cautious player in the world. Which of the quintessential British foods is best or worst? Low opinion on British food in general, although I am a big fan of pie and mash, I will not lie. Is like lamb shank considered a British food? I don't know. I love that. Or like a good roast. Love a good roast. At some point I will attack. Probably before too long. Pizza on toast is the worst. Yeah, that's definitely F tier. It's not good. The worst British food is probably how most British people are taught to boil vegetables. It's just like so bad. Just removes all the flavor. You can cook them any other way and they'll be really nice. Oh. That was really bad, I guess. They could have cracked that to deal 2 to me. Stone Rained me. But also they didn't, thankfully. Thankfully my opponent has thoroughly given up on this game, so nothing I did really mattered. I could probably start killing them now. Opponent's fighting the good fight. Honestly, I could probably be a lot more aggressive than this with Ottawa in hand. I hadn't really considered that. "20 pump spells." Yeah! I guess I don't even need to grab the Yorion. Just like hold open Ottawa forever and I can never lose. Okay. Can you imagine if Ramanap Ruins could hit Planeswalkers? That'd be sick. How does this deck beat us? If it was printed this year, it would hit both, yeah. Probably. I mean, it'd be a more interesting card in Pioneer if it could hit both. So. Your hand is bad, they can kill you on turn 3. That doesn't sound ideal. I think I'm allowed to play this Drari Disruption out now. It's really hard to imagine it doing anything. I'm gonna have 2 Vigilant blockers, so I guess now my Sharks are allowed to both attack. There you go. 2-turn clock. Good luck. That's like weirdly good draw. Opponent on FUD. Certainly feels that way. Time. It begins. Alright. Good luck. Sure. Oh, Osawara. What a card. Aethagust. Maybe Dovin's Veto. Caracals. I don't know if Archon is anything. I assume it's not. It's like, honestly doesn't sound horrendous. But it's probably bad. Kind of feel similarly about Seed Shark. These 5 all seem really good though. Farewell seems very slow, although they might be boarding in Fable with the Mirror Breaker. Potential turn 3 kill, yeah. Have to be ready. Yeah, flinging and pumping. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It does hit us as well, but I guess it might hit us less. It blocks fine, kinda. Three more cards. Shark Typhoon seems not very good. TBH. Boarding in 5s as well. Take out an expensive card. It's possible I want Archons. I'm gonna try without for now, but maybe I try them for game 3. Alright, this hand. Ooh, I worry it's a bit slow. It's a lot of expensive cards, a lot of tap plans, no interaction before turn 4. This seems better. I want the lands, I want to change the equation. I want the Omen. I kind of want the Emperor. It's very good against them. So it's like Get Lost or Veto. I guess we get rid of Veto. Veto is pretty good against them. Feels sad to get rid of it, but kind of makes sense, I guess. I guess Veto's always going to be trading 2 mana for 1 mana. Except if they Fable me. Nice. Land is a good draw. Cacophony Scamp, right? Would love to draw a temporary lockdown. Didn't feel like I was allowed to mulligan anymore to. Oh. Magic's easy. Magic's too easy. Rigged. Rigged. Oh, I assume mono red cannot remove enchantments, right? literally a Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist. That's me. We'll wash the hand. Alright, I'm gonna cast the Omen. It is gonna get eaten by the lockdown, but I can always flicker the lockdown later. I take 1 damage in the process, but it's fine. I am enjoying this deck quite a bit, I will say. We've not faced many tier 1 decks yet. Definitely need to see how it performs against, like, Phoenix, you know? Or the stupid combo deck that everyone's playing at the moment. Amalia. It's true, Callie. It's true. Wow, the deep lore. I love that you remember the deep lore. Hell yeah. Oh. That's some good deep lore right there. Whatever. What's the worst that can happen? They kill us? Like, I guess they could do that. Creature 2 pump spells, FUD. They did not, in fact, do that. I believe the game has concluded. Kitton's too strong. Kittons are just too strong. Meow. Text unplayable anti-synergy. No, it's synergy. It means when we flicker lockdown to hit extra stuff later in the game, we get an omen trigger. See? It all makes sense. 4-0. Pretty great. Go for another one. Gonna run a very, very short ad break between rounds. Keep on top of those pre-rolls. Stop them from interrupting games. So many viewers today. Again, thank you to everyone for watching. It's great having so many people here for some good old blue-white control. Probably a lot more blue-white control in the future. I am enjoying this deck quite a bit. Very excited to play it some more. If you're enjoying the stream, make sure to give it a follow. If you're really enjoying it, subscribing does motivate me to actually stream more, shockingly. I don't really know what changes I would make to this list so far. It's felt pretty solid. I do want to try out the Ancient Tomb version I was mentioning earlier, with a pile of Field of Ruins. The like 8 Field of Ruin, 4 Sunken Citadel build sounds very interesting to me, although it also sounds like a slightly different deck. I don't know exactly how it would look. Every day you pray for Magda combo to become real, same. I love Magda combo, also it's not happening sadly, but we can but wish. Can but wish. Yeah, or never happen. Shay! Oh wow, your first time watching and you're already enjoying it so much you decided to gift the sub. You tried to find the follow button. Yeah, great job, great job. Thank you so much for gifting that sub to Dark Prism, Shay. That's very sweet of you. Hell yeah. Thank you, thank you. We can but wish. Uh-huh. Fine hand. Kinda fine, if you squint a bit. Yeah, Gyruda top 8'd. I almost played it today. And then I was like, what deck can never lose to Gyruda as like blue-white control? But here we are. Hey, Quartz. Temple of Mystery. Oh no, this is very bad for us. We might be about to lose the trophy to Lotus Field. We do not have a good sideboard for Lotus Field either. We don't have any Narset's reversals. Feeling pretty dead on arrival here. I guess that's the one downside to Yorion. The Yorion build is like really solid, and like it's very good in a lot of places. Yorion seemed great in the mirror. Definitely seems like a nice card against Rakdos. But does mean you have a bit less sideboard space for the Lotus Fields. So that's scary. Definitely don't love that. Also, I feel like Lotus Field has been trending down recently. Veto's a good draw. Veto's a very good draw. Alright, just gonna play a land, say go. Keep digging for my land drops with these omens. They can turn a Thespian stage into an anchorage, or a Temple of Mystery. That's also fine. Use this Magda as a win con in Paradox Engine combo. I've seen people used to play Magda in Modern briefly, right? In Changeling Treble, I think it was. Because everything's a dwarf, you know? Oh my god, so many of these cards do nothing. I'm losing my mind a little bit. Every draw step is just like, would you like a sweeper? Dwarven recruited to set up the Lethal Grist. I've never seen that deck before, but that sounds spectacular. That sounds spectacular. No. Oh. We're going for an ultimatum, are we? Interesting. Going for an ultimatum. We're going for something else entirely. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to fight over this. A lot of cards. Also just die. I don't really know how I ever win this game. Seems like bait, yeah. It kind of feels that way, doesn't it? Well, so even if I'm patient, I don't feel like I can really win from here terribly easily. Win with grit and gumption. Vim and vigor. Not heard the word of vim in forever. Chandra time. We do not have a Get Lost in hand. So I'm probably obligated to counter this, right? Realistically. I'm so excited to board out half of my deck. And still be not in a great position. Do I bring in Rest in Peace against them just because I have so many bad cards? Like, win with Might and Magic. You would, yeah. It's kind of unfortunate it turns off my Deluges. I feel like it might be just be a card I meant to board in anyway. Alright, they get to Divinate. We need to draw an untapped land for Teferi. Minus on the Chandra. And hope they have literally nothing. I wonder if we keep in some number of Verdict for Dromica. Oh, we should probably bring in Gust for Dromica. Cool. I could keep playing this game, or I could practice self-love. And move on. Enough cards to march the Omni. I honestly hadn't considered that. That's funny. I feel like if they play well, they can play through that. But yeah, I should maybe have considered that one. One more card. Get Lost does kill, yeah, but it's pretty bad. Get Lost also kills Omni, but it's still pretty bad. Guess I would rather Get Lost a Dromica than Verdict it. By bringing Caracals just because they turn sideways, that sounds kind of horrendous. That sounds like kind of not ideal. Whereas Verdict can kill Dromica. I guess Caracal can attack Chandra. Just hope we don't draw them. Yeah, sure. This is fine. 2 counters, some card draw. Seems acceptable. Yeah, I've been really excited about this list. I've been enjoying it a lot, I will say. The biggest downside to the Yorion version to me does seem to be that you're a lot worse against these Lotus Field decks. Which are already, like, somewhat hard matchups for blue-white control at a baseline. But seems a lot harder to fit in all the tools you would like. But also, Lotus Field's not very popular at the moment. Not been seeing much of it around, so. Oh, I kind of just want to counter this to slow them down. Anchorage. If I play Anchorage, I can no longer dispute on scrying. I really want to be able to deluge next turn. Yeah. I don't know. Tricky. Maybe I just have to hold open dispute. I think I want both of these. Yeah. Holding open dispute would definitely gone a lot better, considering I drew an untapped land, but maybe I can try and something nice with the deluge. Maybe the dispute can buy me enough time after Tef lands, or I can find a Ito here. I'm definitely just jamming Tef. If they have a dispute of their own, we probably can't win anyway, so I'm just going to be reckless. Seems like they might have a dispute. They're kind of... Oh no, they might be tanking because they might be considering whether they want to activate now. That's another option. This Make Disappear seems like it has an incredibly limited lifespan, so I'm going to grab Field of Ruin instead. We already have one conditional counterspell. We probably don't need another. They're activating now to play around field. Perfect sense. I guess there's no great need to play out the field, so I might as well hide it. Maybe we can get them with it later. And then we just hope the Stoven's Veto can stop us from dying horrendously. They do have 7 cards in hand. Arcal Sanctum, sure. I'm just gonna cancel this, I guess. Oh, I wonder if I meant to veto it instead. Cat doesn't get distortion. I mean, that's actually kind of relevant, weirdly. I think I have to dispute this. They could dispute back, which would suck. But like I said, I don't know if we're really beating a dispute. Oh my fucking god. No, this was the reason to veto. I'm not very practiced in this matchup. There's been like 2 or 3 spots this game that I would have played differently. prefers more practice in this matchup. Obviously, it's one I need more reps in. Seems like there's lots of like weird little things to be aware of, like them being able to beat Dispute with Vizier. Yeah, it seems like we are dead. We might have been dead anyway, though, by the looks of things. Seems like their hand was pretty stacked. I mean, they did keep a 7, so... Generally, if Lotus Field keeps a 7, that means they have a lot going on, because that deck can afford to mulligan. Practice, practice, practice. Exactly. I have been liking blue-white control. I think whatever deck I end up like wanting to play at the PT, I'm probably going to end up like soft locking a month in advance, so I can practice the hell out of it before the new set releases. Hopefully the new set doesn't shake things up too much. And then, yeah, this pattern's really common. At the same time, I felt like I was going to die if I didn't cast a fairy as well. Just like I was going to die in the long game, right? It's tricky. Yeah, that's if they had those cards in hand, VV. Like, they did draw 4 cards from that point, but they also had a lot of cards in hand as a baseline, so maybe they just already had it. I'm just dead, right? 100%? Cool. I mean, 4-1. My first ever league with blue-white Yorion. And I got 4-1. That's, like, pretty good going, I think. Most playable would a deafening silence be? I don't know. Unsure. Definitely a nice card. I guess it's kind of part of the reason we have Archons. Archons kill them, but deafening silence is cheaper. So it's kind of tricky. The other option would be some reversals. I really like Narset's reversal. I've always been very impressed by that card against Lotus, but yeah, they just get to Besaju it. Although if they do that, that's not necessarily bad for you. That gives you an extra mana to fight counter wars, but part of the upside of Archon is definitely it's much harder for them to answer, right? Much, much harder to answer an Archon. They need an Ottawa, which they have less copies of, costs some more mana. This deck was fun though. I was very impressed for my first run with it. We didn't face many tier 1 decks. I would want to face more tier 1 decks before being like sold on it, you know, but very promising first showing. Yorion felt really relevant in a few different games and spots. Couple different games that I feel like we would have lost if we didn't have Yorion, and we just like could never lose because we did. So that's nice. Definitely a deck I am looking to play more of. I don't know if I'm going to play more of it tomorrow, or if I'm going to hop around decks a bit, but definitely soon there's going to be more blue-white control.